This is Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl, Junior Edition. Now from the Collins Aerospace Studio at the Nordloff Center in downtown Rockford, here's your host, Eric Wilson.
We're glad you're here for another edition of Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl, Juniors. We are almost through the month of July. This summer is just flying by, but we're glad you chose to spend some time with us today. We are filling our seats in our Final Four already. Can you believe it? One of the teams that are here today will earn a spot in that Final Four. Who will it be? First, let's say hello to the Keith Country Day Cougars. The Cougars have been here every year so far in our juniors tournament. 2 years ago, they fell one question short in the finale. Last year, they won the whole thing. That's a pretty good spot to be in, although maybe everybody's gunning for you. Omid, who knows? You're the captain. Introduce us to your starting lineup.
So I'm Omid. On my left is Merrick. On my right is Julia. And my far right is Ottman.
Welcome, Keith Country Day Cougars, taking on the St. Rita Saints. St. Rita has also been here since the beginning of juniors, although neither of these teams have ever played each other. And St. Rita's got here by a nail-biter about a month ago, playing against All Saints. Javier, you probably hope it's not quite as close this time around. Hopefully you get a little bit more cushion, but both of these teams are capable of doing that. Javier is the captain. Introduce us to your starting lineup.
Hello, I am Javier. To my left is Sophia. To my far right is Bobby. And to my near right is Vanessa.
Good. Welcome, St. Rita. Good luck to both of our teams. Shall we begin? Grab your buzzers. That's the main rule in the first round. The other two really important ones. Wait for me to call your name before you answer, and then say that answer loudly and clearly. Hands on your buzzers. Here's our first question this week. Good luck. Captain Thomas Preston was acquitted for his role in what 1768 event were Crispus Attucks and
The Boston Massacre?
That is correct. 4 colonists killed by British soldiers in Massachusetts. An airport called SeaTac serves Tacoma, and what largest city in Washington, home of the Space Needle? Omid.
Seattle.
That's right. Also the Seahawks, Mariners, and Kraken. 2 in a row for Keith. Name the literary character created by Washington Irving that Brom Bones... Omid.
Ichabod Crane.
Incorrect. I will finish for St. Rita. Brom Bones describes and then impersonates to frighten Ichabod Crane out of Sleepy Hollow. Bobby.
The Headless Horseman?
You got it. The Headless Horseman. What painting of the village of St. Remy under Ottman?
Starry Night.
Yes, you didn't even need the rest of that. Painted by Vincent van Gogh from an asylum. What element, which bonds with hydrogen in both the rocket fuel hydrazine and in laughing gas, is the most prevalent gas in Earth's atmosphere? Julia.
Nitrogen.
That's right. Atomic symbol of N. Name the legendary figure who warned Vortigern about dragons under his castle and helped King Arthur by performing Ottman.
Merlin.
That's correct, by performing magic. What chemical whose structure was photographed by Rosalind Franklin to Omid?
DNA.
That's right, to allow a discovery by Watson and Crick and showed the double helix structure. Charles Darrow essentially stole the idea for what classic board game? Its original pieces include a thimble and top hat. Javier.
Monopoly.
You got it, which may be sent to jail instead of pass and go and collecting $200. Aventine, Quirinal, Palatine, and Capitoline are 4 of the 7 hills of Ottman.
Rome.
That's right. What ancient city on the Tiber River grew into an imperial capital in what is now Italy? The longest chord of a circle is given what name? Ottman.
Diameter.
Yes, the line segment that passes through the center, twice as long as the radius. Place names from what language's home country have given English words like Pilsner? Sophia.
Greece.
Incorrect. I will finish for Keith. Rottweiler, Hamburger, and Frankfurter. Merrick.
German.
That's right. What author's works are numbered in the Perry Index, which includes The Frogs Who Asked Zeus for a King and other stories with morals like The Tortoise and the Hare? Ottman.
Aesop.
That's right. Also known for his fables. What orchestral piece includes themes like La Marseillaise and God Save the Tsar Atman.
1812 Overture.
Yes, includes music for cannons composed by Tchaikovsky. What facility, which was built near Pripyat and is now located in an exclusion zone, suffered a meltdown at its number 4 reactor in 1986?
Chernobyl.
Say that again.
Chernobyl.
Yes, the most severe failure of a nuclear power plant in history. What 2023 film stars Anna Mackey, Simu Liu, and Ryan Gosling as Ken, a character who serves Sophia?
Barbie.
That's right, serves as an accessory for the title superstar dress-up doll. That movie actually just opened. The Saffir-Simpson scale tracks the intensity of what weather events which have wind speeds greater than, Merrick?
Tornado.
Incorrect, I will finish for St. Rita. Greater than 73 miles per hour, the boundary between them and tropical storms. Sophia.
Hurricane.
That's right, hurricane. And that's how we end the round with that last question, answered correctly for St. Rita. So, St. Rita, you are up to 40 points. Keith Country Day is kind of a strong start, 80-point lead with 120. There's a lot of game left to play. Our next round is volleyball, and we'll have it for you after this break. We got a lot of game to play here on Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl Junior Edition right now. Reigning champs Keith Country Day, they're on top with 120 points. St. Rita has 40, but like I said, 3 more rounds, lots of points. Before we get to our next round, which is volleyball, I want to send a special thank you out to Michelle Markham. She's the Media and Marketing Coordinator for the Rockford Police Department. Thanks for keeping us in line today, Michelle, but more importantly, spending your time with us and helping us out. We appreciate it. All right, volleyball is a conferring round. Contestants so work as a team, but the answers have to come from the captains. St. Rita, because of the coin flip, you get our first volleyball question. Javier, are you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Bacteria that fix nitrogen are found on the nodules of what plant structure, which also serves to anchor a plant within soil?
Stem.
Incorrect, that's the root that anchors the plant. Keith, here's your first question of the round. What profession is shared by Monkey D. Luffy in the show One Piece and the main characters of Our Flag Means Death, such as Blackbeard?
Pirate.
That last clue, everybody jumped in on that one. You are correct, that's right. Back to St. Rita. The High-Banal-Varilla Treaty allowed for the development of what Central American location, including a transportation project that linked the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans? That project was the Panama Canal. Back to Keith. Vesta and Ceres, which is big enough that it is sometimes called a dwarf planet, are examples of what astronomical objects that orbit the sun in a namesake belt between Mars and Jupiter?
Asteroid.
That's correct. You knew that as soon as I said the word Ceres. I could hear the deliberation. Back to St. Rita. Name the singer who topped her previous record for longest run in the Billboard Hot 100 with her 2022 song Cuff It, and who also recorded Crazy in Love, Single Ladies, and Break My Soul.
Beyonce.
That is correct. Also used to be in Destiny's Child with Rockford's Michelle Williams. New question for Keith. What winter holiday celebrates a miracle during the Maccabean Revolt with the eating of oil-fried foods and the lighting of a 9-branched menorah?
Hanukkah.
That's right. Celebrated December 7th through 15th this year. Back to St. Rita. What kind of animal is described as a timorous beastie in a poem about turning up her nest with the plow, written by Robert Burns?
Wolf.
Incorrect. Probably Scotland's most famous poet, Robert Burns. The animal we were looking for was a mouse. The name of that poem was To a Mouse. Back to Keith. Rose Mary Woods was the secretary and possible accomplice of what U.S. president who resigned in 1974 in the wake of the Watergate scandal?
Nixon.
That's right. You knew that when I said the resignation clue. Back over to St. Rita. A line extends infinitely in 2 directions. What mathematical term describes a part of a line between 2 terminal points?
Parallel.
Incorrect. That's a segment, a line segment. What special administrative region of China lies across the Pearl River Delta from Macau and was a British territory until 1999?
Hong Kong.
That is correct. Back to St. Rita. The 5 civilized tribes, including the Cherokee, were forced to undergo what 19th century forced displacement from the American South to modern Oklahoma?
Trail of Tears.
Trail of Tears, you got it. And that's how we end the round, with you earning those points. Nice work, both teams. That was a pretty solid round. Keith still on top, 170. Their lead is up to 110 points, but our lightning round will change things quite a bit. That lightning round is coming up. St. Rita has 60, by the way. We're going to take a quick break, come back with our Bergstrom bonus question. You'll see it first. Our contestants will answer it right after this break.
In the popular animated show Bluey, what kind of dog is the Australian Pooch?
Halftime here at the Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl, Junior Edition, means our Bergstrom bonus question. If you're watching at home, you already saw this question. Our contestants have not. This is affectionately known as the pizza question. All right, that's what's on the line here. No points, but pizza and pasta from Lino's of Rockford. Hands on your buzzers. Let me know if you know the answer to this, contestants. In the popular animated show Bluey, what kind of dog is the titular anthropomorphic Australian Pooch? Sophia.
Labrador Retriever.
Incorrect. Keith, Country Day, you could take this pizza. Go ahead, Julia.
German Shepherd.
Incorrect. Bluey is a blue heeler. This is the first time the pizza question has ever left our contestants speechless. And no one is more disappointed than our director, Aaron, who, a grown man, is a huge fan of Bluey. Maybe he gets the pizza. He's screaming in my ear right now. He just said, it's a good show. Speaking of good shows, we've got more of our good show. Our lightning round's the fastest round in the game, and it's next after this break. Director Aaron is still disappointed. No one got the Bluey question correct. So no pizza or pasta. Let's get back to points, shall we? And a whole lot of them. That's what's on the line in our Nika IBEW lightning round. The three categories this week, and Omid, you get to pick first because you won the coin flip. The three categories are world mountains, mythical water creatures, or 2022 Billboard charts.
Mountains?
Okay. It's kind of a wide range of topics this week, right? World mountains. Given the name of one peak and some other information, name the following mountain ranges from around the world. So all of your answers will be mountain ranges. You'll have 60 seconds to run these 10. Could be 100 points added to your score. Remember, both teams you can pass. And then, Sophia, you will have 30 seconds to get to whatever they get wrong, don't answer, or pass on. Are you ready, Omid, for your first one?
Yes.
All right. Given the name of one peak and some other information, name the following mountain ranges from around the world. The Matterhorn, found in France, Switzerland, and Italy.
Alps.
Correct. Pikes Peak runs from Canada through 7 U.S. states, including Colorado.
Rockies.
Correct. Mount Everest, along much of India's northern border.
Himalayas.
Correct. Mount Mitchell runs from Maine to Georgia.
Appalachian.
Correct. Aconcagua runs the entire western coast of South America.
Andes.
Correct. Denali is named for its U.S. state.
Cascades.
Incorrect. Mount Toubkal runs from Morocco through northern Algeria.
Pass.
Mount Whitney, found almost entirely within California.
Sierra Nevada.
That's correct. Mount Rainier, also the site of the Mount St. Helens eruption.
Cascades.
Correct. Mount Narodnya separates European Russia from Asian Russia.
Pass.
The timer's out there. Pretty solid. You got 7 correct, added 70 points to your score. There's 3 left for you, Sophia. You have 30 seconds to get to these, so take all the time you want or answer them quickly and we will move on. Are you ready? Given the name of one peak and some other information, name the following mountain ranges from around the world. Denali is named for its U.S. state.
Oklahoma.
Incorrect. Mount Toubkal runs from Morocco through northern Algeria.
Pass.
Mount Narodnaya separates European Russia from Asian Russia.
Mount Vernon.
Incorrect. Mount Toubkal runs from Morocco through northern Algeria.
Everest.
Incorrect. So those last 3 were the hardest, for sure. So Denali, named for the U.S. state, Denali is in Alaska. Denali is part of the Alaska Range. Mount Toubkal, running from Morocco through northern Algeria, that's part of the Atlas Mountains. And then Mount Narodnaya, separating European Russia from Asian Russia. That boundary is the Ural Mountains. So now we're over to St. Rita for the two categories that are left. And your choices, Sophia, are mythical water creatures or 2022 Billboard charts.
2022 Billboard chart.
If you know music, this could be a breeze for you. Name the artists of the following songs that finished in the year-end Billboard Hot 100 chart for 2022. Note that none of these songs in this lightning round have featured artists, so each is performed by one singer or one group. And they're all on that Billboard Hot 100 for 2022. Same rules apply as far as the clock and the answers, and then Omid, same options for you, 30 seconds to get to whatever they don't. This could boost your score by 100 points if you run it. Sophia, are you ready?
Yes.
Name the artists of the following songs that finished in the year-end Billboard Hot 100 chart for 2022. Late Night Talking and As
Harry
It Was.
Styles.
Correct. Levitating. She also joined Elton John on Cold Heart.
Dua Lipa.
Correct. Heat Waves, which topped the chart.
Glass Animals.
Correct. Good For You.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Correct. Shivers and Bad Habits.
Ed Sheeran.
Correct. Numb Little Bug.
Pass.
That's What I Want.
Bruno Mars.
Incorrect. Running Up That Hill.
Kate Smith.
Incorrect. She's All I Want to Be.
Lana Del Rey.
Incorrect. All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Mariah Carey.
Correct. Numb Little Bug.
Lana Del Rey.
No, incorrect. And there's a little bit of time, but not much left. That's pretty solid. You got 6 of them right. 60 points will boost you to 120. So there's 4 left for you, Omid, and the team. Same rules apply. You've got those 30 seconds to do it. Are you ready?
Yes.
Name the artists of the following songs that finished in the year-end Billboard Hot 100 chart for 2022. Numb Little Bug.
Pass.
That's What I Want.
Pass.
Running Up That Hill, which was first released in 1985.
Bush.
Correct. She's All I Want to Be.
Smith.
Incorrect. Numb Little Bug.
Pass.
That's What I Want.
Smith.
Incorrect, and there's the buzzer. Saved you from your misery, right? Once you got to those and you have no answer, that 30 seconds seems like eternity. These are the 4 that no one got, 3 that no one got. Numb Little Bug was M. Byhold. I feel like, St. Rita, you were kind of on the edge of that one. You were pretty close. That's What I Want. His full name is Montero Lamar Hill, but we all know him as Lil Nas X. And She's All I Want to Be is Tate McRae. So as we move into our final challenge, Keith Country Day has quite a strong lead, 250 points to St. Rita's 120. But our final challenge, each question in our final challenge is worth 20 points. So that total could add up really quickly, or the gap could close very quickly. Who knows? We'll have that final challenge right after this break. One more round to play. It's the final one, which is why we call it our final challenge. Makes sense, right? Same rules as our first round. The only difference, contestants, is that the points are now 20 per question instead of 10. And again, the 2 most important rules, wait for me to call your name and say your answer loudly and clearly. Here we go. Hands on your buzzers. Good luck. A seat in the final 4 is on the line. Encino, Sherman Oaks, and Bel Air are neighborhoods of Merrick.
Los Angeles.
You got it. What western U.S. city? Right before the ask, you buzzed in. You didn't need it. Those are your points. What island territory whose largest city of Nuuk has less than Omid?
Greenland.
That's right. Less than 20,000 residents, administered by Denmark, the world's largest island. Name the American poet who wrote Crossing Brooklyn Ferry and eulogized Abraham Lincoln in the poem Merrick.
Whitman.
That's right. That poem was Oh Captain, My Captain, 3 in a row for Keith. The Euler line passes through what shape, whose area formula, Atman.
Circle.
Incorrect. I will finish for St. Rita. Is 1/2 times base times height. Sophia?
Triangle.
Yes, the interior angles add up to 180 degrees and has 3 sides. A portrait by Kehinde Wiley and a library in Hyde Park are among the legacies of what U.S. president who defeated John McCain and Merrick?
Obama.
That's right, and Mitt Romney in the elections of 2008 and 2012. Apoda and Anura are orders of what class of organisms which have a life cycle that begins in water and continues on land? And Julia.
Amphibian.
That's right, includes salamanders, toads, and frogs. What Egyptian god is often depicted with green skin to show that he was killed by Set and brought back to life by Isis? Merrick.
Osiris.
That's correct, as the god of the dead. The Trent Affair concerned the British capture of diplomats for what country, whose only president was Jefferson Davis, and which, Merrick?
The Confederate States of America.
That is right, which existed until it lost the U.S. Civil War. A hexagon-shaped storm rages over the northern pole of what planet, whose moons include Enceladus and Titan? Omid?
Saturn.
You've got it, which includes the solar system's most extensive ring system, maybe the most obvious Saturn clue there. You're up to 400. In what U.S. state do Reggie Bullock, Maxi Kleber, Kyrie Ottman?
Texas.
Correct. Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic, they all play for Mark Cuban's Mavericks, based in Dallas. Name the Shakespeare play in which Polonius is accidentally killed in Queen Gertrude's chambers by her son, Merrick.
Macbeth.
Incorrect. I'll finish for St. Rita. Who wants to avenge the death of his father, the King of Denmark? Javier.
Hamlet.
That's right. That's who her son is. What Impressionist painter often painted outdoor scenes near Gavarnie that show haystacks, cypresses? Sophia.
Monet.
That is correct, or an arched green bridge over a pond full of water lilies. The oldest examples of what objects were made by Croesus of Lydia from electrum, an alloy of gold and silver that is easily minted? Merrick.
Money.
Can you be more specific?
Coins.
Coins is correct. That's right, and that's how we end the round with that coin question. Keith Country Day, halfway between 400 and 500 is what I'm trying to get at, but that's a pretty solid score, 450 points. Congratulations, you're moving on to the Final Four. I interrupted your applause, and I should have stopped speaking as soon as those applause started. St. Rita, first of all, did you have fun playing the game? Looked like you did. Javier, you're always having fun, and we hope you guys come back and play. How many of you are 8th graders? All of you. So that means it's quite possible we will see you on Boylan's team in our high school tournament or wherever you choose to go to high school, but we hope we continue to see you playing Quiz Bowl. And we hope to see you next week right here for another Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl Junior Edition.